So during the time that I had actually quit my job, our estimating earnings was around $10,000. So I was like, okay, like if we're getting paid that much money, I'm definitely quitting my job and I'm going to put more and more effort into our content.
You used to love me in every way, and you don't mean to, but baby. I'm sick, so this is why I sound like this. So I probably won't be talking that much, but
Today is a day where we kind of just sit down and talk to you guys and give you guys a little bit of an insight about what I do for a living and how we even started this entire YouTube process in the first place. My first job ever was Chipotle Incorporated. Basically at Chipotle, I was hired as tortilla. And as tortilla, what you do is you fry chips, and you are the first person that everyone talks to when they come onto the line. So they tell you whether or not you want a burrito or a bowl or like a tacos. And then after about like a couple of months of working at Chipotle, I decided that I wanted another job, which was PacSun. And I started working at PacSun as a sales associate. I was always in the front of the store greeting people, and if you guys have ever been to PacSun over here at Fashion Fair, when you walk on the right of PacSun, there's like the pants and then the shirts and the sweaters and stuff like that. I would always be right there, and like I would always be telling people like the deals that we had. I got hired at Chipotle in August, and then I got hired at PacSun in, I want to say October, somewhere around October, like somewhere around that time. And then after I was already working at PacSun, I got hired at Sakura. And at Sakura, I got hired as a busboy. So basically, as a busboy, if you guys don't know, busboys pick up like food whenever people are done with them, like the plates, and then we like reset the entire tables like all over again for new customers.
He took me to Sakura on our second date. You remember?
As our second date, I took her to Sakura, and I was explaining to her like all the things that I was doing as busboy, and like that was just our second date.
He showed me off to all his coworkers.
It was so funny because I explained to them like what happened on our second date.
Oh my god. Okay, so on our second date, he was like, we were just talking, and there was we were at the sushi bar. And so we were just sitting there just talking, and then there was these other two older guys, and Devonte started talking to them, and like the guy was telling him like, oh yeah, like put a ring on it, like telling Devonte to marry me.
He was drunk.
Yeah, they were drunk. And then so Devonte's just like talking with him, we're all joking, and Devonte does like something, and like the lady next to us, he smacks her drink, and it goes everywhere, like all over things.
Nah, like okay, we're sitting at the sushi bar, and basically how the sushi bar is set up, you're sat by one person, or you're sat by multiple people. Like you guys are just all sitting by each other. I was sitting by a lady, and Anisia was the last person on our row, so she was basically just sitting by me. And there was a cup, it was the girl's cup, and like I was talking to the busser next to me who was working there that night. And I did something with my hand, and like I knocked over the cup, and like it just like
it went
spilled
everywhere.
all over. From that moment forth, literally I dropped water like
every single time we ate. After that date, every single time we went on a date, he spilled either his water, my water, or someone else's water.
It was always an accident though. Eventually, along the way, I met Anisia. And you know, I had to throw out that card
after he got his third job.
Yeah, you know, I had to throw out that card that I have 3 jobs, so that's basically how I make my money.
Literally one of the first things that he mentioned. I never asked him like anything about that, and he's like, yeah, by the way, I have like 3 jobs. And I was just like,
but it's something that you have to be proud about. Like if you're working more than 2 jobs at the same time, or even 2 jobs at the same time, like that is definitely something that you have to flaunt. Like that's something that you have to show off. During that time, the card that I had was a 350Z. A picture will be most likely right here, her face.
And the car was ugly as shit.
It honestly wasn't ugly. I loved the car. I loved going. It was fast as hell.
I'm glad I had never even seen that car in person.
It was modded.
I never want to see it in person.
It was modded, and then I actually traded my car in to get the BMW that I have right now. It's a BMW 328xi.
Tell them why you got the BMW.
And the reason why I got the BMW is because it's more convenient. And then so after I got the BMW, the reason why I got the BMW is because like obviously I knew that she had a child, which is Juliet, so.
He knew that he was gonna be with me for like obviously forever.
And the 350Z, for the Nissan 350Z, is they're only 2-seater, so if we did bring Juliet, she'd have to be in the trunk.
And mind you, we hadn't even met when he traded his car. We had not even met in person yet. Nothing like that. Like,
but with the thing with our relationship is like so many coincidences kept on happening throughout our relationship to the point to where I knew I was gonna be with this individual for the rest of my life. Like, we would legitimately be on the phone talking about like spiders, and then 5 minutes later there'll be a damn spider on the wall. And like,
we started talking about our moms, and then he's like, I was like, oh, look, what kind of tattoos does your mom have? Because he sent me a picture of his mom, and I noticed that she had tattoos. And I was like, yeah, my mom has tattoos too. And he was like, yeah, like, just name me all her tattoos. He goes, my mom has a koi fish. And I was like, where? And he was like, on her arm. And I was like, my mom has a koi fish on her arm. And I was like, what part? And he was like, on her forearm. And I was like, my mom has a koi fish on her forearm. And like,
yeah, so it's just literally simple things that happen between us. Like, we'll finish each other's sentences, or like we'll say the same word at the same time. I had eventually asked her, like, what do you want to do with yourself? Like, what are your major goals for the future? And she said that she wanted to be a YouTuber. Like, she always wanted to start YouTube. And so I was like, okay, so what's your plan B? Like, I'm always that type of person who's always about plan B. Like, this doesn't work out, then you always need to have a plan B. And I was like, okay, maybe we should like try to focus on something else. Like, maybe you should try to focus on school and like what you want to do for a living. And so she was really imminent about the YouTube thing. So 5 months into our relationship, which was June, I told her, okay, look, if you really want to start your YouTube channel, then the first thing you should do is post a pregnancy video talking about your pregnancy and how your life was whenever you were 14 or pregnant. And so she did that, and her video legitimately went viral. As of right now, that video is at 4.6 million views. Before that video, I told her if this video like pops off, then we'll start doing more and more videos and see how it goes. Usually with a YouTube career, how it goes is one video will usually pop you off. Like, there is one video along your career on YouTube that will pop off, that will get millions of views, and that video is what will put you on. And it turns out that her first video is exactly what, like, it's what.
So basically, after we posted that video of my 14 and pregnant story, whatever, it went viral. We saw like how much our estimated earnings were. If you guys don't know, people who are YouTubers, you do get paid from YouTube. Like, you can make money on YouTube. It's one of like the biggest reasons why other people do it. It's like, we do it because, one, I like being in front of the camera. I like doing videos. I like taking pictures and shit like that. And plus, the plus side is like you get paid for it, and like we get to have like hella supporters, hella people that love us. And so basically, like, we saw our estimated earnings for it, and Devonte was like, okay, like if we're getting paid this much from one video, like this is good. Like, we should really keep doing this. So then that's when he started to think about like whether or not he needs his jobs or not.
Yeah, that's when I think in July I started thinking about whether or not I actually wanted to work, so that way we can start putting more and more time and effort into like our content. So for those of you who don't know, the way that you get paid on YouTube is based off of ad impressions that you get, which is per 1,000 views that you get. If you have a YouTube channel and you're posting content, you need to enable monetization, and you go to ad rates and it shows you how much you get paid per 1,000 ad impressions that you get. Some people it's $3 per 1,000 ad impressions. Some people it's $6 per 1,000 ad impressions.
$30. You don't get monetization until you reach 10,000 views. Until you accomplish 10,000 views throughout all of your videos, one video, whatever the hell, and then you don't get verified on YouTube until you have 100,000 subscribers.
Yeah, we hit that 100,000 mark, so I'm honestly so happy to say that we're getting our reward. Like, it's processing right now, they're making the reward. It honestly takes like anywhere from 6 to like 12 weeks in order for it to actually be shipped. That's how long it takes. When July came, we started posting more and more content. We started posting the Q&A, we posted our Disneyland vlogs. Those popped off, so I was like, okay, I'm seeing how much we're getting paid based off of just those 3 videos. So if I'm getting paid more than I'm getting paid for my job, and I'm putting in decent amount of effort into our videos, I know that I can quit all of my jobs and put more effort into our videos while also getting paid more. And like, I was talking to our manager, and she was saying like, how come you guys aren't posting as much? What do you need in order to be posting as much as you want to be posting? And then she also asked me, how much do you want to make per month in order for you to actually want to quit your job? And I told her, I was like, I want to be making anywhere from at least $3,000 to $4,000 per month in order to be able to quit my job. So she was like, okay, there comes times in lives where eventually in life, in order to be successful, you're gonna have to make a leap of faith. And so I was like, okay, that's all you need to say. You don't need to say anymore. Basically, she was giving me motivation to quit my job, so that way
just focus on YouTube.
Yeah, and just focus on YouTube. So I was like, okay, next time I go into work, I'm gonna put in my 2 weeks notice. So as soon as I went into work, which was the next day, I put in my 2 weeks notice, and I told them, look, I want to focus on YouTube. I want to focus on becoming big. Like, I know, like, I want to be big. I'm not, like, I don't want to be working for someone. That's not,
and
like,
also with him working, like, there's times where, like, we want to, like, if he was still working, there would be times, like, where we would start growing even more. And, like, what if, like, we wanted to do a meet and greet in LA or something like that? He would have to request off, and there's no guarantee that he's going to get that off. So him, like, not working at, like, a job and just working with YouTube, like, it all works out.
Yeah, so basically we are self-employed. That's how we are. We're self-employed. During the time that I had actually quit my job, our estimated earnings was around $10,000. So I was like, okay, like, if we're getting paid that much money, I'm definitely quitting my job, and I'm going to put more and more effort into our content. The way that my schedule was set up was I only got 2 days off. So we had to record 2 videos in 1 day in order to be able to post 2 videos in 1 week, because I would only be able to see her 2 days out of the week. So now we're seeing each other more and more often, which is why I'm saying we have no excuse as to why we're not daily vloggers. So the daily vlogging, it is gonna come very soon, guys. Trust me, it's gonna come very soon. So
you guys will start to see, you'll start to see, like, us uploading way more, like how we are uploading a lot more.
Yeah, so, and I'm honest, like, I'm happy to be able to say that. Like, I'm happy to be able to say that I actually quit my job to put effort into YouTube. And it's like, whenever I tell people, oh yeah, I quit my job for YouTube, they look at me and they're like, are you serious? Like, why would you quit your job for YouTube? And then once I tell them my estimated earnings, our subscribers and our views, they literally give me, like, such a different expression. And they're like, oh wow, like, that's so crazy, like, congratulations.
See how much they're getting paid. That's the only reason why they're doing this. No, literally, if you watch our videos from the very first video, from my 14 and pregnant video, our videos have hella upgraded. Little does everyone know, my 14 and pregnant video, I recorded that on a 5S iPhone, a 5S. And Devonte edited that on his MacBook that he had already had.
But with that, with the editing processes that we were using iMovie, which basically comes with every Apple device.
Yeah, we started off with iMovie for, like, our first 3 or 4 videos, and then after that we were like, you know what, like, we're getting money now, like, we need to start buying things to improve our channel. So then we bought Final Cut Pro, then we bought another he got his camera, and then, like,
we also bought Adobe Photoshop.
You got money. He got money. Get it all for him.
Which is exactly what we use for our thumbnails. Like, I use Adobe Photoshop CS6, for those of you who don't know, to edit our thumbnails and stuff like that. So
yeah, and then recently we just got a mic and a mic cover thing. Like, there's just, and all of this is just literally just the beginning to everything that we're gonna be doing to, like, improve our channels. A lot of people have been seeing the way, like, how our edits have been getting, like, way better than, like, what they were before. And, like, everything is just being, like, improved. Like, literally a lot of the YouTube money goes into YouTube, and, like, obviously, like, my daughter and us and whatever.
At the end of the day, what we plan on using our money for, like, we're saving up as much money as we possibly can until next year when we get our first apartment. And then from our apartment, we're gonna keep on saving more and more money, so that way we can eventually get our house on the hills. I'm honestly happy to say that our way of getting the house that we want to get is through something that we love doing together. The reason why I also love YouTube is because we get the opportunity to say that as a couple, we are making money. Like, we're making money together, and it's like there are so many couples out there who strive to have the opportunity to be like, oh yeah, I'm making money with my boyfriend, I'm making money with my fiance, I'm making money with my girlfriend.
With the next video coming, it's gonna be how to be successful on YouTube. Our tips. Not saying they're gonna work for everyone, but they will work for some people.
Before we end this video, I just want to tell you guys that if you really want to start a YouTube channel, I honestly suggest you, like, start it now. Like,
don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true! Just do it!
you honestly have nothing to lose when you start a YouTube channel. All you're doing at the end of the day is basically sharing your life, and you're You're
And, like, think
essentially
about it,
gonna
guys.
end up getting paid for sharing your life.
Exactly, guys. And think about it. Like I said before, my 14 and pregnant video was recorded on a 5S iPhone. Record vlogs with your iPhones. Like, I have iPhone 7 now. This camera is literally as good as the freaking G7X. Use iMovie to edit your videos and start off from there. Who knows? You might make around $10,000.
You never know. So it's like at the end of the day, like I was saying, there's nothing that you can lose. Like there's really nothing you can lose whenever it comes down to YouTube. But if you are gonna start YouTube, you can't be lazy with it. But at the end of the day, it's like you have to look for what's gonna motivate you to essentially want to start a YouTube channel. And